week, our heroes record their last podcast before Dan returns to California. Dan races Memphis on the agility course, and we blow things up. All this and more this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. I don't want to go home. If it makes you feel better, yes, you can clap.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. We are good for your ears. I'm Dan, and you can find me everywhere at RFistan.
And I'm Jess, and you can find me everywhere at Gone to the Snow Dogs and Snow Dogs Vlogs.
2 weeks have come and gone so quickly. Feels just like yesterday I got here and I just saw a bumblebee out the window. Oh my gosh. He flew up to the window to wish me
distracted.
Good luck. He's wishing me luck.
Is that what he's doing?
They're my favorite bugs that I've seen here. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm a little bit winded though because Jess took out the agility stuff, which was like it was like running and jumping over poles.
And I only took out 2 jumps in the tunnel. Like I have more stuff.
And don't forget the
and the
A-frame
thing.
Yeah,
the A-frame.
The A-frame. So I thought it was a good idea to race Memphis.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to do way better than I did. So there I was, ready to take on the dog. I jumped the first hurdle. I jumped the second hurdle. She's gone up the straightaway. I run up the A-frame. I run down the A-frame. She's like halfway around the tunnel. I dove through the tunnel.
It kind of got stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I made it out the other side, but I am sorry. Your happy-haired co-host did not win, but I do now know what it feels like to be on Double Dare.
Yeah, kind of. We should have slimed you at the end.
You know what? Yeah, the dogs kind of did. They came over and ran over to me, so...
That's true, that's true.
Yeah, the licks are like the slime. I thought I was going to do better than I did. I'm still winded from this. I'm a little bit dirty, but you still let me sit on the futon.
Yeah, well, the dogs get up there too, so... it's one of those things I think people think when you do agility with your dogs that, like, it's so easy. Your dog just runs the course. I don't know if you noticed, but I have to run as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
you have to run as well.
You have to keep up. And the problem, like, that I have with Memphis... Shelby was really good at it because Shelby knew what to do next. Memphis still hasn't figured that out. So after every single thing, I have to be at the beginning of the next one to get her to do it.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise,
work.
She's coming back at me, and then we're slowed down because she has to do a circle and go back the other way.
Yeah, and the dogs are fast.
Yeah, faster than me.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. Has it felt like it's been 2 weeks since I've been here?
No, it's gone by insanely fast.
It is, huh?
Yeah.
You ready for me to go home?
Yeah, you can get out of my house now.
You can finish the rest of this episode after that bumblebee. So we've had a pretty good week. It's hard to... I was sitting here making the show notes, and I was trying to figure out what we've talked about versus what we've done since the last time we podcasted, because we did the live cast, and then we did Dantix.
Yeah.
So I'd repeat the stuff that we did. Oh, Crystal showed up.
Yeah.
Crystal's here.
How's it going?
She's really here. She's not via satellite. She flew in for Dantix.
Yep.
I don't
so I didn't have to do that twice.
Yeah, so we drove all the way out to Traverse City.
Yep.
To go pick up Crystal. What was it like being on the airplane?
It actually wasn't too bad. I dozed off through most of it, so it wasn't bad.
You never sleep on airplanes.
I know, I was really tired. I had to get up really early. There weren't a lot of flight options.
What do you think about being in Michigan? This is the furthest you've been away, right?
It is. It's very different. It's very, very different from home. Much slower, much more spread out, much greener. There's wild turkeys.
You still were going on and on about that.
They just run on the side of the road and it's just a turkey by itself.
It's like running snacks.
Kind of, yeah.
I never knew that was a thing.
Lots of deer.
Yeah.
And bumblebees.
The bumblebees
That's a
are
thing.
cool.
I never knew that was really a thing. I was talking about it with my brother, and I think that I thought, like, a bee was just like a nickname for a bumblebee. Like, they're all bumblebees, and we just call them bees because it's easier than saying bumblebee. But then I saw a bumblebee, and they bumble. They're bumblebees.
Right? It's been a lot of fun. Was it weird doing Dantix so far?
No, it wasn't actually much different. I'm very much for muscle memory, and all this stuff was not laid out the same way, so that was a little bit challenging in the beginning, but it was fine. It was nice having someone besides you in the room to make faces at when you said things.
Yeah, and we were doing that. We definitely were doing that.
What kind of things?
Sidekick to back me up on the jokes.
I mean,
just making eye contact and, squinting our faces.
Oh, let me tell you, it's been a hard few days. When Jess and Crystal get going, in stereo, one on each side of me. Why did you do this, and this, and this, and this, and how can we do that? And, oh my gosh.
And we say the same things to you at the same time quite often.
You do. That's probably why Jess and I get along so well. I was like, oh, this is familiar.
I'm going to go out to Jess's house so she can tell me all the things for a week or two.
One thing that I'm surprised of, though, for you, Crystal, is that you did not get bit by anything.
Not a single thing. Although you did try to take out my eye with a firework.
Oh yes, we'll get to that in a minute. So it's fun. We went out to the farm. We rode some quads.
Yeah, we've been doing quite a bit of stuff.
Well,
like even since the last podcast, it's amazing how much stuff we've crammed into the past few days.
Oh, I wrote them down so we didn't have to remember.
Good.
Yes.
Did you keep track of how many trips to Meyer there was?
Oh, we should have.
We should. We've gone to Meyer
Every day?
just about every day.
Yeah.
We were there yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
The
there
day
yesterday.
before?
Yeah.
And the day before?
How did we get there today?
We'll find a way.
Yeah, what's for dinner?
We don't know, so we gotta go to Meyer.
We'll go to Meyer and find out. We had some more cheese. We had cheese curds at Culver's. That was fun.
Yes, the fried cheese.
That was the first thing when Crystal got here. It was like, take me to the cheese curds.
And the lemon
crumble custard.
Lemon crumble custard. Is it even called ice cream?
No, it's just frozen custard. Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Even
was
the
so
deli.
good.
Oh, we went to the deli and got some food at the
The
deli.
deli was very good. The coleslaw is perfect. Absolutely perfect coleslaw.
Yeah, that's my favorite. And now I know why Jesse go like every day at the
Every
same
day.
time.
Yep.
Day. Yep. It
And you notice, like, the time I go is right when everything starts to die down. Like, you notice, like, today we went just after 2 o'clock. They had a big order, but then only 2 people came in after that. So, like, between 2 and 3 o'clock is, like, the best time for me to go in there because that's just when everything slows down. And I can that's usually when, my brother, or when Danielle's there, she'll take her break and she'll come have lunch with me. So, yeah.
Yep. So that was a lot of fun as well. Oh, you know what wasn't fun for me?
Getting harassed for the past few days?
No. No. Okay, there I was. I was in the bathroom.
This one time at band camp?
This one time at band camp, I was in the bathroom, and I don't know what I was doing, but I took the shower curtain and I closed it, and my elbow innocently bumped the towel rack, and I ripped it off the wall.
You ripped it out of the wall.
Yeah.
You were trying to destroy my house.
I did. I'm sorry. I sent you a text from the bathroom.
And I didn't even get it.
Yeah, I sent it from the bathroom. What did I say? I broke your house.
Yeah, I got it after I came upstairs.
My jaw was dropped. Like,
Yeah, when I came upstairs, you literally looked like a little kid that had to go tell his daddy did something wrong.
Yeah,
That's exactly what you looked
I don't know
like.
what I said to you. I think I said, I broke your house.
That's what you said.
And you're
then,
like, what?
And then you showed me, and I'm like, you got to tell Jamie. I'm not telling him.
Oh, and it sucked to go tell Jamie because it was a lot of steps down to the basement to go to Jamie, who was having fun. And I'm like, dude, like, I broke your house.
But what happened? Within, 6 hours after that? Not even?
Yeah, it was completely fixed again.
Yeah.
But
Made better.
better. But I did pull the anchors out of the wall.
Yeah.
All the heavy towels fell. I didn't know what to do, guys. I didn't tell you guys this. I was in there nervous. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, I'm never coming back again. I'm never coming back again. And there's no windows in your house.
There's no
so
window
I
in that
couldn't
bathroom.
escape.
Yep.
Part of me is like, well, if I just run away.
Yeah, there's no way out of that bathroom once you get in there.
So I did that. So if you guys are ever, I'm sure nobody's done that here, right?
I mean, I've knocked that towel rack off the wall. But...
Yeah, see? So that was a first. That was a first for me.
Tearing up my house, ripping things out of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's time for you to go home.
It's been really nice. Yeah.
Go break my things instead.
It's been really nice here. We escaped the bad weather. If there is bad weather, we escaped it.
You know, that's what I was trying to tell you. This is pretty We had a couple days that were a little bit warm with a little bit more humidity than we're used to in June. But for June weather, this has been really nice. We get a lot of rain in like April and usually beginning of May. But then like from end of May to early September, we don't get that much rain. That's why everybody's worried about watering gardens and blah, 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 because we don't get rain all the time. And then when we do, it rains like it did when we saw rain, what was that, last week?
Mm-hmm.
It was when you got here.
Yeah.
So it was Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, it poured.
For what?
2
An
hours.
hour, 2 hours, and then that was it. And then the sun came out and everything was back to normal. So that's pretty much how it rains here. I mean, we'll have days where it'll rain all day long, but that doesn't normally happen. You don't like the weather? Wait 5 minutes.
Everybody's growing stuff here too.
Everybody's growing
Everybody
stuff here.
but you.
Yeah, I don't grow anything. I don't have green thumbs. Mine are human flesh colored.
Everybody's growing something. It's always a rhubarb
That's
or
not true.
asparagus.
I have tomato plants now.
You do, huh?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I have 6 tomato plants. We should take bets now on whether or not they survive.
I say... Wait, who's going to be in charge of them? You or Jamie?
Not me. It's going to
Okay.
be Jamie, so they'll
Then
probably
yes,
survive.
they'll survive. If Jamie's in charge of it, yes. If you and I are a lot alike. As much as I didn't think so until now, we are a lot alike.
Yeah. I can't grow things. I don't have the patience for it. I don't want to go take care of it and tend to it. And I mean, I have the patience for my dogs. That's about it.
That's true. There's interesting things that I've learned about you over the last 12 days. My favorite thing is we were sitting in this very room and you're editing a video. And you're sitting there editing the dog's video. I don't know what I'm doing, like a laptop, whatever. And you're talking to your dogs. Oh, look at Memphis. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, is that the video playing? Because I don't see anything moving on the screen. No, you're talking to the video of your dogs.
They're so cute.
And it's not even full screen. It's the little tiny preview window in the corner while you're talking to both of them. I didn't realize you did that.
That's how I know that other people are going to like the video, because I got to see it again and I liked it.
You were talking to them. Oh, Memphis, it's so cute. Oh, Kira, look at you.
But
and I'm like,
so
what? I was too far away from the camera to try to sneak a video of you doing this, but I will never forget. So just know, everybody, when you watch Jess's videos and the dogs do cute things, she's also talking cute to the cute things that they're doing in the video.
Yeah, I do have that habit.
Yeah.
Yep,
I
do.
That's what I learned about you this time.
Oh, that's just this time? You didn't notice that last time?
No, every time we hang out, we don't edit videos and stuff. You get all your work done.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Weeks ahead of time, so when I come out, we don't have to do anything.
And I did have to edit quite a few videos while you were here.
That's why I was pretty stoked that we did all those live streams. Usually when I come out here, we don't do anything.
Yeah. We actually did get a lot of work done.
Yeah, we got some TikToks and...
Yeah, I got another one I gotta do.
Some cute slow motion bubble popping videos.
I gotta upload that too.
Oh, and we did take a video of me racing Memphis.
We did take a video of you racing Memphis. We will. That'll probably end up in a vlog.
It'll end up in a vlog, probably in Snow Dogs vlogs.
Yeah.
So I will say, just to qualify that, when you guys watch it, I did try my hardest. Like I really thought that I really wanted it to be cute if Memphis and I got stuck in the tunnel.
You were convinced you'd make it through the tunnel at the same time as the dog? Because you lost it way before that.
Honestly, I didn't know. Was I going to win? Am I a rocket? Like, no. I had no idea what to expect.
Am I a rocket?
I don't know what to expect. I've never done this before.
Did you not see the thing I showed you the other day that Kira's sister ran 23 miles an hour?
Yeah, but I don't know what that is for me.
I think it was more...
Do I run 23 miles an hour?
Fast. He thought he was as fast as a dog.
Yes.
Like he had this hidden talent that was going to come out at 40-something.
But I don't know, yeah. Oh, well, you put it that way. I didn't think about that. But I don't know if I run 23 miles an hour or not. You know, I don't know if that's impressive.
You do not. You do not.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Proof.
After
this, if you really want, I will hook Memphis up to the bike. I have a speedometer on my bike. And we will run until you can't run, until you are at your top speed. And then I will let off my brakes.
I'm guessing 9. For like half a second.
Yeah.
9
how about
miles
this? You hook me to the same chain, and we'll see how fast I can run.
I don't want to drag you behind the bike.
Yeah, so go visit that footage. But it's been a blast. It has been a blast being here.
It has. We've done a lot. We've crammed a lot into the few days that you've been here. So much so that, like, you know, it was like Blur's Day before because nobody knew what day it was. Because everybody was stuck home, and now I still feel the same way. Mm-hmm. It's like every day is like, oh, wait, what? Even yesterday, I was like, wait, we have to drive tomorrow. It like clicked yesterday. Oh, we have to drive like at 3 o'clock 4 o'clock in the morning today. We have to leave.
I didn't think that part through when I
we didn't have a choice.
I picked a 7:45 flight, which is like 7:45. We're up and around. That's fine. No problem. We'll do it. I forgot that we have to leave at like 3 in the morning.
But the only other choice was a 7 o'clock flight. There was 7 a.m. or 7:45 a.m. out of Traverse City.
Yeah. So at least I got that one, but. That's going to be crazy. What are we going to do? Are we staying up all night long?
I am.
No sleep till Traverse City.
Yeah. I want that on a shirt.
No.
That would be great.
Yeah, so that's what's going to happen after this. We're recording this on Monday night. This will go up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it's not even night. It's only 5:30 at night. So we have like 12 hours to kill. And then we have to drive. And then you have to drive back.
Well, I don't have to. I could just stay the whole day in Traverse City and go shopping and spend the night over there. And I could do whatever I wanted. But I'm going to drive back.
Yeah.
That my mom, when she called, she goes, I don't know why you don't just go over there and get a hotel room. And I'm like, because then I got to leave like now. I don't want to leave now.
Right.
It's just easy. I'll just leave when I have to leave.
We have more stuff to do tonight.
The other thing she said was, I know you're smart enough to just pull over when you get tired. And I'm like, yeah, you know that because I've done that before. I'm not the person that's like, I've only got 15 more minutes to go. If it's 15 more minutes to go and I know I'm too tired, I will still pull over and sleep for 15 minutes before I drive.
Yeah.
Driving tired is stupid.
It is.
And what is it, like, where are you in a hurry to go? Pull over, take a nap, and then keep going.
Yeah, because you'll be driving, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, what happened in the last 3 minutes?
Yeah, you hit that wall.
Like, what happened? Like, I don't remember what happened in the last 3 minutes. Stop driving.
Yep, that's when you know. That's when you know you've had enough. Just pull over.
That's because Mom loves you.
Yeah. She also offered to go with us.
Did she?
I could go with you. I'm like, you're not
Aw.
going with me at 4 o'clock in the morning at the
Aw.
airport.
They're the greatest. No, they let us drive the quad again.
Yes, they did.
Yes, so we got to ride the quad. Crystal, too.
Yeah,
I was really
around.
I was really surprised. No, you were trying to just launch me off of the
No,
quad.
I was taking you for a ride.
To the ground?
It's not my fault if you were not holding on properly.
I have no experience at this.
I told you to put both your arms around me. You wanted to ride it like it was a bucking bull.
That's the only Western, like... Okay, look, so when Pauly Shore hopped on the pig, he was doing the same moves, so...
Are you calling me a pig?
Oh, no. On to the next subject. That's not... No! That is not what I'm... Oh, I've just been canceled. So we rode the quad around. I'm surprised you hopped on that thing and just
I'm
went
not
riding.
afraid. I've ridden dirt bikes and stuff before. You're the one that's never been on anything.
That's true. So it was a lot of fun out there. It was really nice out.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, it
when
was
we
really
went
nice
the other
out.
day.
We did that. Oh, the best thing that we did is we got fireworks.
No, but before that, we got to ride in a sidecar.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
That was a lot of fun.
that's right. We got to ride in this really cool old sidecar. I don't know. It was old looking.
Oh, I can't remember what
It
the
looked
name
like
of the...
something out of Harold and Maude.
I can't remember the name of the
It
motorcycle
was
now.
4 letters, and I think it started with a U.
Yeah, and...
I don't know. It was fun. So you hop into the side of this car. Oh, it's a motorcycle, but it stands on its own.
It's
It's a
Yeah,
sidecar on
and-
the side of a motorcycle.
And then it has a bobsled on the side.
a bobsled.
Yeah. And he's like, hop in. I'm like, all right, I want to hop in. So I hop in it, and it's like kicking back.
URAL.
A URAL? A Ural?
A Ural.
Ural.
A Ural.
It's a Ural.
It was in great shape.
Absolutely.
It was great shape. It was the smoothest ride.
There is no
Yeah.
windshield on that sidecar.
No.
So your face is the windshield.
And bumblebees are big.
Yes.
But there's a face
You know,
shield
you
on the
say that
motorcycles.
like it's a joke, but you know, Jamie used to have a motorcycle,
Mhm.
and you know,
You've eaten some bugs?
no, because I always ride behind him and duck. I never rode the bike on my own, but he's been hit in the face with bees and bugs before. You know, even with the face shield, they'll get you in the neck.
That's officially the closest I've ever been to being on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
The one with just 2 wheels. This one had 3.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. We were zipping up the street.
Yeah.
It was so smooth.
That is
Yeah,
pretty
I would
cool.
want one of those, but I don't want to ride the motorcycle part. I just want to sit in the.
Someone to take you for a ride.
I just want to sit in the pod.
I just want to sit in the sidecar. Can somebody else drive this for me?
It was cool. All of us went riding in it.
Yeah, he took all of us for a ride, which
Yep.
was surprising because I've seen how he drives and I actually still get in.
Really? I
Yeah.
had no warrant. Thanks for the heads up.
Right.
Oh.
That's why she made us go first. to make
I
sure we
told you
survive.
that's the guy that tipped his van over in the ditch.
I will say, you guys took off way quicker than with us. He was
yeah.
being nice to us.
Yeah, he was definitely being nice
Those
to you.
city folks.
Yeah, we got out as soon as we got out on the road. He just opened it.
Yeah.
He warned me it would mess up my hair to make sure it was okay before
Yeah.
he even went faster.
yeah.
That was play.
I've known Mike a long time.
You city slickers. Oh no, I know what it was. It got crowded here on the weekend a little bit, and Jess is like, "All the people are coming up from down below, all the cityots," and I'm like, "What's a cityot? You know, a city idiot." And I was like, "Well, I've never heard Jess say that word before," and then it dawned on me. I'm the cityot.
Yeah. We see there's tourists, and tourists are the nice people that come to town. Tourists are the people that come up here and they're friendly to everybody and they just fit in with like the locals. Like they're happy to be here and they support everything and they're just really nice. And then there's the people that come up from downstate that we just refer to as the cityots, and they're the people that bring that anger and rudeness that they have where they live. Instead of leaving that where they live and coming up here to get away, they bring that with them. So they come up here and they're like mean to everybody and they're just not happy people. So I feel like, there's a difference between tourists and cityots. Cityots are the jerks that come up here.
Another thing on that note that made me really laugh is when you call the people that go visit the Upper Peninsula, the UP, you call them fudgies.
Yes.
And I'm like, what do you call them fudgies for?
because they go up there to get fudge.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's just a fudgy.
It is
'Cause-
really good fudge.
but
It is.
I feel like that's what when we go to like Santa Barbara or anything, and we get all the fudge for the fudge place.
We're just fudgies.
Do we leave? And they're like, look at this idiots with their fudgies. So I'm starting to fit in more because I'm starting to learn the local language.
You're learning the lingo.
Mm-hmm.
You did learn that we are trolls because we live under the bridge.
Which I thought was fun.
Yep.
That was charming.
The Yoopers live north of the bridge and the trolls live under the bridge. And I tell you what, when you go to the UP and they realize you don't talk like they do, they know you're a troll from under the bridge.
Yes.
Then we become the Sidiots.
And it doesn't matter if I like try to fake the accent. I talk too fast.
Yeah.
I talk too fast. Another thing that I've learned now is I call it pop again. It's not soda anymore, so it's rubbing off on me a little bit.
That happens.
You never know. Pretty soon I might be getting a fishing pole and a kayak. I also learned when I was at your parents' house yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I was at your parents' house yesterday, and I think your mom and I were on the dock. And she's like, look at all the snails that are underwater. And I could see all the way down the water. There was hundreds of snails there. I didn't know snails could hold their breath.
Yes?
Maybe it's just the shell has air in it.
I think people have them in fish tanks, don't they?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's the thing.
You're right. I've seen them on the side of fish tanks, but then in my mind, they go up to the top and get air.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they still do that like in rivers and lakes too.
I don't know. I didn't see any of them move, but I thought it was really neat. There was like a lot of shells underneath there.
Yeah, there's a lot of snails in the river there.
And until you guys pointed out that it was snails, it just looked like a bunch of rocks.
Oh, really?
You're not really paying attention to what it is.
Yeah.
It's just rocks on the bottom of the water.
Yeah, I guess if you're just kind of glancing in there and looking.
I also had a life-changing moment. I didn't like the chickens because when I was a kid, we had some in the backyard, and I was like 8, and I ran from them. So when you run from them, they're going to chase after you.
Right.
And I slipped and fell in the doorway of the house, and it sucked. And so I didn't like them. And then I was a little apprehensive when I was at your parents' house the first time.
Yeah.
But this time, I got the chicken snacks. Wait, chicken snacks. I got the chicken snacks, and I fed them some chicken snacks, and I love the way they contract the snacks. They have way better eyesight than animals. And I was throwing the snacks on the ground, they weren't missing them at all.
My mom
And
calls them little dinosaurs.
They were, and they're cool looking. They're all brown and black, and they're
She does
really
have.
cool.
She really does have very pretty chickens. We could have went to my friend's house. She has like 80 chickens.
I don't want to be like overwhelmed.
That's overwhelming chickens.
I don't.
I'm overwhelmed with 3, so.
Yeah, I'm chicken. I don't want to do that. So you really will laugh at anything. But then your dad makes me brave.
He does that. He has that effect on people.
So,
I don't know
yeah.
if it's brave or if it's, if you don't do it, he's going to pick on you.
Right? So he's like, just put the food in your hand and let him peck it out. It won't hurt. I'm like, all right. Well, there'll be a video of that too in your vlog.
Yep.
I was so apprehensive. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. I don't know what I'm afraid of. A little pinch isn't going to hurt. So then I did it, and it was the best thing. They pecked, but it didn't hurt. It was so fun.
Right.
So then we bonded. They followed me around for a little bit, and then when they realized I had no snacks, they were out of there. So then I followed them around.
You became one with the chickens.
And it was kind of cool just to watch them go. One saw this little worm hanging out of the dirt and grabbed it just like on TV. So I kind of want chickens.
Are you allowed to have chickens?
I don't think we're allowed to have chickens where we live.
No, but I do want chickens though.
They're interesting.
Yeah.
They do give you eggs. It's free eggs.
I would let them keep, look, if they could keep all their possessions, that's fine. I just wanted to hang out with them.
But then you need a rooster. There's no point in letting the chickens have eggs if you're not actually going to use the eggs.
Those were chickens, not roosters, right?
Those are chickens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference?
Oh, if one lays an egg on the side of the house, on the top of the house. No, wait. Roosters don't. One of them goes, Oh, one of them's the Kellogg's guy. But I thought that's what they were, because they had the red mohawks.
I feel like all of these things are true, but that's not the main difference between a rooster and a chicken.
Oh, rooster's a boy and a chicken's a girl.
A hen is a girl, yeah.
A hen?
Yeah.
But they both have those red mohawks. I see, but I can relate to that. So
yeah, they do both have red mohawks.
Yeah. So
not all of them. Some of them are fluffy. Some of them are like, what are they called? Guinea hens. And they're all like fluffy. Like they're fluffy, like Memphis fluffy.
Oh yeah, I've seen pictures of those. Yeah. So that's the most I've ever spent around chickens, and that's what I like being out here. Everything that we've talked about, that we've done, and all the other stuff we'll talk about in a minute. No one's around. No one's around to tell you no.
We live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so I got...
Who's going to tell you no? What do you think, the neighbor's going to come over and be like, you're not allowed to play with your chickens?
I don't know.
They're your chickens on your property.
Like the chickens.
Oh, yeah.
There's no fences, people. You don't understand. There's no fences. I could be sunbathing out there.
Well, you could. Your neighbor probably wouldn't care.
No fences. But yeah, so the chickens go over to the neighbor's house too.
Yeah, so, the neighbor does love the chickens.
I really like the chickens. I really get it now.
Now you're gonna get a whole bunch of chickens, and then you have a whole bunch of eggs, and then you become a Farmer Dan.
I would be good with 2.
With 2 chickens?
Just 2 chickens.
You do need to have more than one because they do like to have friends.
With me?
Well,
I'd be their friend.
they need more than just you.
I thought I was going to be cute and try the chicken snacks. I know we're going on a lot about chickens. Like I eat all the other dog food snacks, and I looked in there, and they were like, they look like mealworms.
Yeah.
But it was like fly larvae. I'm like, we'll leave this bit alone. But yeah, I was ready to do it for the camera, and I was like, nah, we'll just do that.
Let's not put that in my mouth.
Yes. Anything else before we get to the fun topic?
Weren't these all fun topics? What, none of the rest of this was fun?
It was. I do love the chickens.
You just talked about chickens for 10 minutes. What do we have to talk about the fun topics?
Nobody else can make chicken talk more interesting than this guy right here.
You're probably correct.
Yes.
You're probably correct.
So that night, which was last night.
Oh my gosh, we did all that yesterday?
Yes, we did all that yesterday.
Wow.
So last night we went over to Greg's house. I don't know if we call it a house.
Well, but before that, Saturday when we went to Meijer.
See, that's what I was asking you to do, but what else do you have to say? Yes, okay.
Saturday when we went to Meijer, we found, it was game night on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we found sparklers. And we found really, really, really crappy fireworks.
They were fun for me.
We found fireworks that were just fountains. So we decided to buy these silly fireworks because you said you never got to play with fireworks.
They were about the size of your Alexa over there.
Yeah. And they lasted for what? I don't know.
A minute.
Yeah, too long, apparently.
A minute and a half.
Entertainment.
That's right, yes. So we
Yeah.
got all these fireworks on game night. We took them back to the house, and it got late.
Yep.
And you don't realize because it doesn't get dark till 10:30.
Right? It's like 9:15, 9:30 at night. It doesn't get dark. No wonder we're up till 3 in the morning every night because it feels like 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's really a odd perception of time.
Yeah, it stays light out here, and then the moon makes it light.
The moon,
the sun goes down, and then the moon's full, and you're like, oh, it's still light out.
Yeah, so we go outside. It's close to midnight.
It was close to midnight.
We're lighting up sparklers and having fun.
We had a couple morning glories.
Yeah,
because we had sparklers, and then we had the morning glories that change color.
It was fun. They last a lot longer than our safe and sane fireworks.
Yeah,
a lot longer.
They spark a lot more too. Like they'll come back and hit your hand.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I haven't had that since I was a kid.
And then there was nobody around to tell us no, as you were saying.
And Greg said it just crackled.
Yes, we did check the firework fountain thing beforehand because I wanted to make sure it didn't whistle because they whistle loud and it's annoying. And I'm like, it's late. We don't want to do whistling fireworks. So we checked and it said crackle. Mm-hmm. And then nobody was around to tell us no. And we lit the firework on top of the fire pit. And what happened?
It crackled.
It lit up the backyard. It crackled.
I wonder if that's on my camera.
It absolutely is on your security camera.
Oh, man. We might have to check that footage.
So out here, it's so quiet. Where like, if you were to light that at our street, there's still traffic and stuff goes by, so you don't get any reverb or anything like that. It would just
at midnight,
be that.
It wouldn't be that big of a deal.
But it wouldn't be that big a deal. Out here, it is so quiet and it's dark. It's not like there's just street lights everywhere. It's really dark. So I don't know. Jamie lights it. I think Jamie lit it. And we stand back, and off it goes like the 4th of July.
And it wasn't like some of the fountains go off and you get like color and then a little bit of pops and then a little bit of color. And that's what I assumed when it said crackle. Because I mean, like, you don't think like constant
full volume
crackle.
Yeah, and it had that like strobe lighty effect, so it was just bright in the yard.
Yep.
Oh, we were dying.
I don't think I've laughed that hard in a long time.
I was crying.
Jamie was. We all had tears coming out of our eyes.
There's nothing you could do about it. I didn't know whether to jump on it like a grenade to stop it.
That's actually how it felt.
Mm-hmm.
Like looking around, I'm like, okay, I know those neighbors aren't home, and that guy works midnights, and those people the people behind us have a window unit air conditioner that's really loud, so maybe they didn't hear it, but everybody else in the neighborhood heard it.
When I looked around, I could see everybody perfectly fine because the whole backyard was day. It was just day, and we're like, oh my gosh. And then we waited till it ended, and then we all ran down the stairs into the basement like children.
We did.
And we just hid. We're like, that's it. That's it.
We're done.
That's it. We're done. That was good. That was a good one. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to find that security.
I just wrote it down.
Of us in the backyard.
When we're done with this, remind me, and I'll have to check and make sure I can. See if I can get that.
Since it's gonna be on night vision by then, I bet it's just white.
Probably.
Oh yes, that was a good time.
Oh my gosh.
So then we thought it was a great idea the next night or last night
To get more fireworks.
To get more fireworks.
Only this time, we were like, let's get real ones.
Yep. So we go
for those of you that do not know, for anybody that is going to be like, oh, you can't shoot off fireworks. Where we live in Michigan, it is legal to shoot off fireworks. In the county that I live in, we can shoot off fireworks whenever we want.
Yes. Where I live in California, we cannot shoot off fireworks. So this felt like
Not
very...
even on 4th of July.
This felt insanely like, oh, your parents aren't looking. Like, do this.
Right.
Like, I felt like I was going to be in trouble every time.
Yeah, it's ingrained in us that you're not allowed to do this.
So I had all these little firecrackers, black cats?
Yeah, you had black cats.
I had all these black cats, and I had one in my hand the whole time. I don't care if I was going to light it or not. There was one behind my ear. Like, I just had access to these things.
You were just happy with that.
Oh my gosh, I would get there. And first of all, Greg's place is beautiful.
Yeah, it is really nice.
He's got this view of the sunset that spans wider than your eyes, and there's nothing in front of it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg lives on what is it? Well, there's 80 acres total there, but his parents own the back 60.
That's so many acres.
Yeah.
He's got this barn that's like 3 stories tall. It's like murder barn. It was so cool. You can have all the hoedowns in there.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so it was really beautiful there. So I would take, and there's like an infinite amount of firecrackers, and I would just take one because I didn't want to light them all. And I would just light one
because we might run out.
And then I would light another one, pop, and I'd throw them, pop, and oh, I loved it. I was just, the whole afternoon, when we decided that's what we were going to do that night, I had full child relapse. I was like, oh my gosh, hurry up, eat your food faster. Like, let's go.
Yeah, you did. As soon as we got them, you were ready to go.
I could not wait for it to get dark.
And we didn't even have to wait for it to get dark. I mean, they still look cool at dusk. Not for the
firecrackery things.
Yeah.
I didn't. So we had a fire. We were doing that.
We made s'mores.
Yeah, eating s'mores. Not getting attacked by bugs for some odd reason.
It was just too cold. The temperature was just right. I mean, not that it was cold, but it was just the right... There hadn't been a lot of humidity. We hadn't got a lot of rain, so the bugs kind of just were non-existent.
Right. So that was a lot of fun. And then we started bringing out fireworks that weighed a little bit. Like, there were heavy fireworks.
Fireworks that leave the ground.
Yes. So I have never had experience with it, obviously, because I'm from LA.
Right. Where are you from?
LA. And so in Lancaster, there's just, tumbleweed. So we have crummy fireworks.
You can't even call them fireworks.
No, we can't.
I don't even know what you call them. They're just sad.
You'd have a better time with the barbecue lighter.
Yeah.
Right?
Just play with that thing. So we have these heavy boxes that were shooting off like all these little shoom 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 things, and it was lighting up the sky. Way up into the sky. And nothing catches on fire here. It's so crazy.
That's not entirely true.
It's landing. You can hear it landing on the ground and stuff, which fireworks have a big fallout underneath them.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why whenever you go to an actual fireworks show, I mean, I don't know how many you've been to, but like here, they shoot off the fireworks at the beach, and there's a huge range where you can't sit at the beach because you're in the fallout zone.
Right. That makes sense. So we were in the fallout zone the whole time.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, so we were shooting off these things, and I'm just mesmerized. I light them, and as soon as I light them, I run away like an explosion scene in a movie. Like, I'm ready to dive when it goes off, because I don't know what to expect. And they were shooting up into the air. We have real mortars. Oh, I have some good video of that.
Those were only 2-inch mortars, too. Those were, like, baby mortars.
Oh, it would light up the sky. Boom!
Yeah.
So I took some GoPro footage, like real good GoPro footage
that
of
feeling, though, is the best.
Of that pop?
Yep.
And one of the times, the mortar went up, and it blew up all big, and it started raining on Crystal.
Yeah, it did.
Yes. What happened?
That was the time when it rained on me. The other time it was shooting like more outward, but outward, and then one piece hit me like on the bone right under my eye.
Yeah, there was a mark. There's still a mark right there today. I can still see it.
Yeah, it tried to take me out.
Yeah, it did. The other time though, I look over at you and there's 5 or 6 flaming red things coming down. They weren't on fire. They were like red from what they were supposed to do in the air.
Yes, and Jess and I were both running.
Yeah,
we
both
ran. It to rain down like that.
I could not get the camera on fast enough to film it, but oh my gosh.
We ran. I think I was recording as we ran away.
We were laughing.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, it was coming down. Yep. And it would be on fire, but the grass wouldn't catch on fire. I'd go over there, I'd stomp it out. Nobody else cared. I ran over there and I was putting everything out like I was a rhinoceros. No, wait. Yeah. And yeah, those are the ones that put out stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then nobody else cared, so it's cool how nothing's flammable out there.
It's not that it's not flammable, it was just there was enough dew in the grass to make it so that the grass was wet. So if you would have taken your socks out or your shoes off and walked around your socks in the grass, your feet would have got wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one piece also, that big, like, 2-inch piece of whatever we shot off landed right, like, within inches of Jamie's foot, almost hit him in the head.
Thunk. Yeah, so it's you risk a little bit.
I tried to tell you that beforehand, that fireworks are dangerous. Kids, if you're listening, fireworks are dangerous. Don't be stupid.
You didn't lose a finger, but did you die though?
Yeah.
I think you're fine.
No, I had the greatest time. It was like your own private like, how do you...
That was our own private fireworks show. We actually used to do that. That's what we used to do. Instead, when my mom had her knee replaced and it was too hard for her to get down to like the fireworks show, my mom loves to go to the fireworks, and like that was a big thing. Like, what do? Mom can't walk down there. What do? So we...
Breed the fireworks to her.
This was before fireworks were legal in Michigan, but you could buy them on the Indian reservation. So we would drive up to the UP and we would spend a bunch of money on fireworks. And then on 4th of July, they don't do anything. Everybody's shooting off fireworks around the whole lake. Everybody shoots off fireworks. So we just went and joined the party at the lake and we shot off a bunch of fireworks for my mom. So we've had our experience in shooting off fireworks. We used to shoot off fireworks when we lived downstate. I learned from my dad. Thanks, Dad. We used to drive to Ohio, buy fireworks in Ohio, and shoot them off in the field. Same thing, 4th of July, we just do our own fireworks display.
I would never go see another fireworks thing ever again. I would just light my own fireworks.
Yeah.
It's the theme about being here. Like, when we were riding the quad and stuff like that, there was no line to ride the quad. There was no, like, you were just riding the quad.
And when you're doing your own fireworks, there's no crowd. There's nothing. And realistically, like I was telling you, you can get, they're called timed fuses. You can get fuses that will burn for different lengths of time. So, like, we had those boxes that shot, they're like mini mortars. They shoot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, whatever. And then the next box, what you do is you get timed fuses. So you'll light one end and you'll link them together. But instead of like, you saw how some of those fuses went really, really fast and some of them go really slow, you make sure that they're timed. So by the time this box finishes, the next box will light, and then the next box will light, and then the next box will light. So you'll link together like 5 at a time. So instead of going out there and constantly lighting fireworks, you light one, 5 boxes go off. You light the next one, 5 boxes go off. So it actually feels like you're at a real fireworks show.
Yeah. I thought that
we
was
know how to do this stuff.
I thought it was so cool. I only burned my knuckles hairs off once.
Well, it only takes once.
And it was on like... and I think it was on a sparkler. Really though.
Of all the things that you lit,
yes,
it was a sparkler.
So it was really dark out there.
That's what happens when the sun goes down.
Really dark out there. And before the moon came up, it was really super perfect. And we had pies.
We had pie iron
pies.
Finally.
Which was so super good. Greg made really good pie iron pies.
Yeah, and we didn't even do anything fancy. We just had the cherry pie ones.
They were super basic. I did not know that was a thing, and I'm totally going to do that like over my mom's fire pit.
Yeah, sure. You can, since they're cast iron, you can actually do them over a barbecue grill as well. You pretty much do it just the same way. Just flip them over. It'll taste a little bit different because you won't have the smoke from the fire, but it will cook it the same way. You can do it right over a barbecue grill.
I liked it. It was fun. It was a perfect snack at halftime of my fireworks show.
There's so much good
like
stuff. You can make a s'more out of it. You can actually take mini marshmallows and chocolate, put them in there, and now you've got mini marshmallows and chocolate, and it's so good. Everything you make in them is delicious. Right.
It was good.
Yeah.
So we had this really big, huge firework too. It took 2 hands for me to carry it.
Yes, we did.
Oh, it was the best. it was the best. After it did rain down brimstone for a little bit, I was a little.
That's the one I think that rained on us.
Yeah,
yeah. I was a little more cautious. Like, oh man, be careful.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I just never thought you Jess, you have no idea what it's like to have be able to light off fireworks every year for free.
I mean, I do because. We do.
I think he's saying you don't appreciate it enough.
That's what I think.
No, I'm sure you appreciate it. You were pretty stoked.
Oh yeah.
But I just loved it. I cannot believe it. Then we walked out to the edge of the farm.
Yep.
And we were trying to look at the Aurora Borealis.
Well, I was taking pictures of the stars. I wanted to take a picture of the barn with the stars behind it to send to Greg. Mm-hmm. And then I told you to stand in front of the camera because my camera has this portrait mode for stars where if you stand in front of the camera, it flashes a light at people to light up what's in front of you. And then you also get the stars behind it. So I thought that would be like a cool Instagram photo. And I think it was the second picture I took off to the side. The Northern Lights were there.
And a shooting star.
We did catch a shooting star on camera.
We saw a few of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most I've seen.
You can see shooting stars when it's dark. All the time. What's really fun is you wait till there's an actual meteor shower, and then you go get your blankets and you go lay down at the farm and you just stare up. And sometimes you will see, 10, 20, 30, an hour.
That's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
The thing about how dark it was out there, I could see the tiny stars.
Yes.
Because I can only see the big stars at home, but the tiny stars were out. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff flying around in space.
You even saw a star that you could tell was actually red.
Yes, that's true. Yep. And we thought we saw the DirecTV satellite go zipping through the sky.
Yeah.
But that's right. So he took that photo of me on the stars.
Yeah, and I looked in the background, and at first we don't go out to Greg's house enough, and that's the first thing I said was, why is the sky purple back there? That's not north. And Greg said, that's exactly north. Behind his barn is exactly north.
Yes.
And I, for some reason, because I'm really bad with direction, for some reason, I thought I was looking south. I thought I was looking south. And when I saw that it was purple, I freaked out.
Yep. So we ran over to the edge of the barn, and then we had a measuring contest to see whose camera was cooler.
Jess's.
Yeah. While we proceeded to take pictures for the next hour out there.
Yeah, we did take pictures for quite a while.
They look
out there.
good.
Yeah.
We'll throw a photo in the podcast group.
Yeah, we did. I was really hoping that within the little bit of time that we actually saw them, because it did not last long. It was really only, we didn't take them for very long. It didn't last very long. I was really hoping, though, that within those few seconds, we would get a good hit and it would actually pop and you could see everything to the naked eye. You could barely see it.
You could see that it was a little lighter over there for no discernible reason.
Yes.
There was no city or moon over there.
And if the clouds would have moved, you would have seen the band that went across the bottom.
I tried and I looked and I stared and I just couldn't. And the camera, it was cool because there were blues and greens or whatever, but I just couldn't see it with my eyes.
Yep.
I was sad.
The camera can definitely do what we can't do.
I really wanted that and light bugs.
And
so
it
I
was too
kind of
cold.
sort of got one.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but there was no light bugs.
No, it was too cold for those. You'd have to stay for another 3 weeks, and then
That might be the only thing that may distract me from the fireworks.
would be the lightning bugs
Yeah, otherwise the fireworks show at Greg's place last night was probably the highlight.
of the whole trip,
Of his whole life.
Yes.
of his whole life.
Yeah,
He has now peaked.
I'm pretty stoked about
Everything
that.
else from here
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
So we did that until, I don't know, we were just done. We
Yeah.
had our fill.
It was about midnight when we
Mhm.
left Greg's house because he had to work the next morning, so we couldn't keep him up all night.
I didn't. Chris
Or
got
his
to-
neighbors.
Right. Well, people were cheering for us for a
Yeah.
minute.
The neighbors were cheering.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun. That encouraged me to go shoot off more
Yeah,
fireworks.
it did. We had an audience. We conjured up an audience.
Everywhere we went that had cats, Crystal found the cats.
I did.
Yeah.
I found all the snuggly cats.
Yeah, you found 4 or 5 of them throughout your adventure.
One at Mike and Ashley's house, and I got 3 of them at Greg's.
Yep.
The 4th one didn't come out. But one of them was big and fat, and he liked it when you petted him hard, and that was the best cat ever. His name is Sid.
Yep.
Did you get any pictures?
I did. Check RFS Cats. You can see Calliope.
Yep.
That's Mike
Calliope.
and
Yep.
Ashley's cat. I couldn't get any good pictures of Greg's cats. He was so excited that I was petting him that he was doing somersaults, and I was trying to take video, but he's such a big fat cat, and I couldn't back up enough, and he was moving too much, and I didn't really get any good pictures or video of Greg's cats, but I was enjoying petting him.
Any difference of the cats here than back at home?
I mean, cats are cats.
They're all big.
Well, yeah, there's big cats at home too. We just don't have big cats.
Last time I was out here, I went to a place where they had cats.
We have a lot of tomcats out here, and I think that's why we end up with so many big cats.
Right.
I think that they just get bred with the big
They
tomcats.
do exist. I
Yeah.
grew up and we had tomcats,
Yeah.
big male cats that look like they just wanted to catch mice.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We just don't own those. Those aren't the runts that show up at our front door.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the last time we were out here, we went and we got to hang out with the cats with the animal facility, which
Mhm.
Why didn't we do
get-
that?
we didn't have an adopt-a-thon,
You don't have pull to just go in there and be like, I want to play with the cats?
They're
You're
all
Jess.
they're all at foster homes though.
Aw. You make friends with the foster homes, so
I
next
should.
time we can go visit them.
I could do that.
Find out everybody in town that owns cats.
There
and
we go.
let's set up one of those walking tours like you do for St. Patrick's Day or something, and I'll just walk
See,
through and feed all the cats treats.
You would have liked to have come to visit 2 years ago now. About 2 years ago now, the lady straight up the road here.
Mm-hmm.
She was the lady that fed all the outside cats. And at about 7:00 or so, when I would take the dogs for a walk, you'd walk by her house, and they literally would just come out of the woodwork and all be going to her house. And you'd walk by her house, and there would be 15, 20 cats sitting out in front of her house.
Wow.
And none of them were inside cats. They were all the neighbor cats, but they would all sit there and
Because
she
you
would
put out
feed.
food and they all
Yep.
just show up for
Yep.
it because
She
they're
would-
cats.
And it was she passed away, and it was really sad because all the neighbors were worried. Well, what's going to happen to the
Yeah,
cats?
who's going to feed them now?
Yep. So we have what is it, like not a feral cat, rescue. It's kind of like a feral cat rescue, but they came in and they trapped them all, and they're now all happy barn cats. They found enough people with barns and said these cats, because they're adults and they're feral, they're not going to be friendly. Right. So they all got transferred to barns, and now they're living out happy barn life cats.
Awesome. Which doesn't mean they like went to the farm, right?
No, well,
they're like actually
they go to a farm, but they become barn cats. So they go out there and they get a job. They're the mice cats, because when you have animals, you have feed, and when you have feed, you have mice. So it's barn cats have
living their best lives.
Barn cats have a very good purpose, yeah. And usually, like they have colonies of cats in barns. It's pretty interesting the way that barn cats actually work.
Right.
So yeah, so they all got to go be barn cats and live their best life. They don't have to deal with people, and they get to eat all the mice they want.
Seems like a good deal,
right?
One of the things that while you guys were talking about cats that I was thinking in my head is because last week we had the live CC Mouse podcast after we recorded the can show.
Yes.
So
the can show.
Yes. So on the podcast, on the live foodcast, it was a foodcast. It was a CC Mouse foodcast.
It was.
On the live foodcast, we ate so much pickled stuff.
Yes, we did.
And then we ate like every Kit Kat flavor ever.
Yes, we did.
I do not want to see another pickled thing.
No, are you sure there's moonshine pickles in the fridge?
I'm okay. I'll eat a moonshine pickle. That'll do. But I never want a pickled beet again.
Are you sure there's some in the fridge?
Oh gosh, guys! If you haven't seen this video, you have to go to the YouTube page of CC Mouse Podcast and watch. You can skim through it, but oh my gosh, I ate pickled beets, and it was the toughest thing I ever had to do on a live stream. I've done lots of live streams. I've eaten lots of things.
I don't think I've ever seen you struggle so hard to keep something in your mouth and swallow it down. That was and you're very like, even if you don't like something, you'll still chew it up and be like, yeah, that wasn't my favorite. You were visibly struggling with that.
It was a very big balance of trying not to gross out everybody at home.
By spitting it out?
Or just puke, or just having it come out, or gag it, or anything. Nobody wants to see that, right? So I'm like, and then it's me. I can swallow anything, right? Like
that's what I hear about you.
I might. It's one of my like highlights. So I'll swallow it down. I just want to have another piece. The beets was the hardest thing ever. They didn't want to like dissolve or anything. They were just there to like remind me what dirt tastes like.
That's what they taste like.
And I had a moment. You saw Jess too. Jess, you know me well enough now. I had a moment where I'm just like, and then your room's light colored here, so I didn't want to like have red beet all over the place. Like a murder scene in here, so I swallowed down the beets. That was hard. There was pickled watermelon. There was miniature shrunk down carrots.
Corn.
Yeah, corn.
Baby corn.
Oh, so I don't know. I think I'm over anything pickled here.
Are you sure? There's pickled asparagus in there.
Is it the hot ones?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you back in again?
I'm back in again. We ate like 1 million Kit Kats, so go check that out if you guys want to see that.
We did eat 1 million Kit Kats.
Mm-hmm.
Way too many.
We ate so many Kit Kats on the live stream.
Yeah, we did.
So when I come here, I do look forward to all the pickled fun that you have, because we don't have the amount of pickled stuff that you do.
We definitely. I don't know why. I think it's because so many people here plant things and can things, and that's why we have so much stuff. Like my mom's pickled beets before and gave them to me.
Yeah, did she tell you on the phone
pickled
earlier
green
that
beans?
She was making me beets?
You didn't try the pickled green beans because you don't like canned green beans.
I only don't like
or
canned
something.
green beans, but one time I was at some fancy place and it was 2 long strips of green beans, and they were good.
Yeah, those are good. Yeah, you might like the pickled green beans.
Yeah,
then.
so I would try that. I would try that again.
Yeah,
and I would try beets again.
They're in the fridge.
No, not those. Those ones can beat it. But I would try to get, but I didn't like that. That was hard for me. So now I've kind of almost gotten my fill of pickled things for coming here. So now I have to be something new to be excited about, which has been your guys' beer.
Oh yes, we do have a lot of different flavors of beer.
I went through some beer.
You did.
We drove to the other side of the town to the party store to find like crazy beers. So
we did. We went to Jimmy Garrett's.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get to go to Jimmy Garrett's. That's an experience in itself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a party store?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's to get stuff to have an adult party store. Not a Spencer's Gifts adult party, just like alcohol. And
not like Party City where I'm getting like balloons and candy for a piñata.
No, it's the alcohol store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like so I did enjoy a lot of the beer that was here.
Yeah, you had Austin Brothers. Bell's is from Holland, Michigan, I think. What else did you
I
have?
had Two Hearted Ale, which is what I have right now.
Yeah, that's Bell's. That's Bell's Brewery.
Yes, but I had a lot of stuff from your local brewery. I'm even wearing the shirt right now.
Yeah,
From Austin Brothers. So I like the brewery. So I tried a lot of their stuff. So it's been a lot of fun. I like that.
Yeah, we what else? Oh, we had that, what's it called? It's not rum chata.
Oh, the suntan lotion.
It is rum chata, but it's
limon.
limon.
That was the best. You guys.
And we expected it to be like suntan lotion because the bottle looked like it.
Yes.
It's like lemon
Pound cake.
Oh, you guys have to have it.
It's milky and delicious, and it tastes so good. You could just sip on it.
Yep.
And just
Yes,
drink
it's like
that for your
eggnog
drink.
texture.
Yeah.
It's good. You know how everybody's like, try this, it tastes like this, and you're like, not really.
You always try to get me to taste the beers. You're like, this tastes like blueberry, and this tastes like pie, and it never does. It just tastes like beer.
This tastes like schnozberries.
This stuff tastes like
What it says.
like lemon
Yeah.
eggnog without the eggnog flavor, but like
Yeah.
that consistency
Yep.
and just lemon, like you're licking the batter for
Yes.
lemon
Yes.
bread or something.
Yep. Yeah.
It's pricey.
Yeah, it
But
was.
But
oh
it's
my
worth
gosh,
it.
it is absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
It's not even that strong,
No.
but it tastes so good.
Yeah.
Let's do a bunch of that after this.
Let's not, because we have to drive. Well, you guys can.
I'm in. I think
We still have to stay up. Well, you don't have to.
I might
Yeah,
use
you
it as
don't have
salad
to.
dressing.
There you could.
Yeah.
Might be good.
I might use it on salad dressing. So what else did we do? Did that pretty much sum it up this last week?
Oh my gosh.
We did a lot of just kind of hanging out in the backyard, and it was
Yeah.
such good weather out.
We didn't.
Playing with the dogs.
We never did drive up to the bridge.
No,
we
it's
didn't do
okay.
that.
I feel like we don't have to go anywhere. This feels like away.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
in a camper.
You were in a
Yeah,
camper.
We did stay in the camper
Yeah.
the whole time I've been here.
Yeah.
So it's been like camping.
It's like
Yep.
camping. It's been like camping. You guys
Yeah.
have the big trees in the backyard that we don't have, so I don't need to go to any bridge.
Yeah.
I'm good to be here.
Yeah. That's pretty much all we did, I think.
Yeah, I like your cute little town.
I do too. That's why I live here.
We went to the record store. We're like, let's go to the boulevard and
yeah.
go to the record store. I don't know anybody
Keep calling
in
it
that
the
record
boulevard.
store.
It's just downtown.
It's the ocean. It's the
downtown.
boulevard.
In our town, it's called the Boulevard.
It's the boulevard. So we went to a record store, and I didn't know anybody in there at all.
Well, that's because you don't know anybody here. Oh, you mean the records?
The records, yeah.
There was a whole box of Santana, like a whole box of
Right.
Santana records. But yeah, it was a lot of older music and country music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that this is your first time here and you've been here for a few days, what do you think about this town?
It's nice enough. It's very different. It's like a culture shock of like it feels like camping. Going in the backyard feels like camping because
Yeah.
this is not how it is at home. But I go to my brother's house and this is a little obviously smaller and a little more spread out. But even your neighborhood is spread out about how his neighborhood,
Right.
we say he lives in Chicago. He lives an hour outside of Chicago in the
Right.
suburbs. But it's the same thing where the yards don't have fences. So I've seen that before, and it's still interesting to me, even like flying in and seeing all these huge yards and just, none of you guys fenced off your property? That's weird to me because I feel like I have to put the line there so I know you don't come on this side of my property.
Right.
My chickens don't run to your yard. Apparently you guys don't care. You're like, bring on the chickens.
Yep, pretty much.
So it's interesting.
I think a lot of it might have to do with in a big city where everybody just wants their privacy and no one gets it. You have to put up these walls. You have to put up these things. So you just finally get a little bit. It's like when you go to your room when you were younger and you just want to shut your door and just be left alone for no reason at all. But I feel like everybody's so spread out because am I wrong? It felt like we had a private town.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time we went anywhere.
We went to the river, the ocean, the beach. We went to the lake at like midnight.
Yeah, which you're allowed to do, first of all, which I've been chased off of beaches. Like, you're not allowed to be here after dark. That's
Right.
not a thing. You can't do that. There's no question about it. We just went and walked down there and skipped rocks and
Yep.
had a little adventure. And
Saw
nobody
like two
cared.
people who were
Saw
also
two
just
people.
doing whatever they wanted.
Yep.
So maybe you don't need a fence because you already feel private.
I guess. And it helps that your neighbors are, a little further away in a lot of places. So,
And nice.
Yeah.
They're nice.
And our neighbors are nice.
Right, right.
But I don't want to go in my backyard because if my neighbors in their backyard, we're like 10 feet away and
Right.
we're hanging out together and
Right.
I just want my privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing that I did notice.
The sound of the trees. The quiet is what stands out to me more than anything. Everywhere we've been, even just in your backyard, Jess,
Yeah.
it's just quiet and you can hear the trees above you in the wind. Our trees aren't really full like that very
Yeah.
long, if at all. Like, a lot of them are very sparse and palm trees. You don't hear
Yeah,
that same
right.
kind of noise, but just to hear the leaves move, it's like camping. It's
Yeah.
like when we drive up into the mountains and go camping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't even convince you if I wanted to move to California?
No. Nope, wouldn't happen. I like Northern California a lot. I really liked Northern California.
There's a lot of things about Northern California that are similar to here. People are a lot friendlier.
Yeah.
There's more space in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So after this, we'll go up to Meyer. We'll figure out what we're going to have for dinner.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
My money's on it.
what else are we going to do?
Guys, we think we're going to be able to... We think we're all, like, not about to be 40. Well, you guys are not 40 yet, are you? Oh, my gosh.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are 40.
Well, I'm
That's
not.
right.
Jamie's
Sorry,
not.
guys. Yeah, me and Jamie are the young'uns.
Jamie turns 40 August 1st. I almost said 2nd.
Oh, that's
I'm out.
Before I even do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we're getting old.
You're getting old.
How do we think that we're going to stay up all night and then just go out to the airport?
By chanting "No sleep till Traverse City."
Yeah, duh.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just going to drink a Monster. I'll be fine.
No, you guys gave me some Red Bull.
That's all you need.
And
Gives you
I
wings.
was not, I was like just zipping.
To
You
say,
had Red Bull?
But
That's
we-
not allowed.
we
For
gave
future
him...
reference, that's on the card. Like the Gremlins,
Right.
Dan gets no energy drinks.
He got like, we were falling asleep. What were we doing? We were falling asleep. We were downstairs and all of us were tired. And he drank like this much. And he was like, I don't want any more.
I didn't.
It's not good for him.
It felt
No.
like I was like going to blast off.
You've seriously gone to the hospital for having too much caffeine.
Yeah.
You
Right.
should not have energy drinks.
But there I was drinking them. Yeah, so I don't know. I might have to take a swig of that or something, or I'll rinse and spit.
There you go.
I'll rinse and spit. But I don't know. At some point, I don't know how I'm gonna make it.
You could take a nap.
Yeah, you could totally nap. We'll take care of you.
Okay.
Drive you to the car.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to go home, Jess.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's been like summer camp.
Yeah. It was like VidCon times 10.
Yeah.
Kinda. Since VidCon got canceled.
I feel like, for me at least, this was more fun than VidCon, because
Yeah, because we got to do stuff.
yeah, VidCon's nice and it's a vacation and everything, but it's never really like, ooh, I've never done this before. It's just like,
Right.
oh, where do we have to be now? Who are we going to see? And it's great to see everybody and,
Right.
and be in that spectacle.
But it's still like
But-
that job.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
and,
like,
and this was adding to life adventures.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, I haven't done that thing. I haven't seen a wild turkey. I haven't set off real fireworks.
Yeah.
That
You're
was
really
neat.
stuck on that turkey.
It was a wild turkey.
You peaked an hour and a half into your trip.
Right? That and when she said, "Oh, hey, look, that barn finally fell down."
Yeah.
Because that's a thing that happens.
Yep.
You just wait for barns to fall down and then note when they do.
they get signs on them in danger of collapsing.
Jess, what's it like for you to watch us go? Is it just like shocking to see the stuff that we just never see?
I love it. Whenever people come up here to visit, like that's always the thing. Like, especially when we take people to the UP, Jamie and I love just taking people to the UP and then just screwing with them because it's like, there's so much. There's a lot here, but there's so much more up there. There's so much more fun stuff to do up there. Like the turkey, you'd have so many more animal experiences up there because you'd think there's nobody here. There's nobody up there.
Right.
What is it? I
The
think
fudge.
there is fudge. There is fudge. What did somebody said the other day? Less than 10% of Michigan's population lives up there.
Huh.
So there's nobody up there. There's nobody here. There's really nobody up there. So like we leave here to get away from the people, which you guys laugh at because there's no people here. We go to where there's really no people.
Yeah, and your parents on the farm were like, "It's really dry out here." I had to laugh because you rode the quad and kicked up a little bit of dust.
Yeah.
That's like morning dust. Like that's just what happens in our town. Like, oh, it's foggy. No, that's just the dust coming up off
Yep.
of the everything.
Yep.
That was not dry. There was trees and they were green.
Yeah. Yes. Very green.
Yep. The only thing that we didn't do is we didn't go jeeping.
We did. We still got time.
Yeah, we might be able to. We go jeeping to the mire.
We still got time. Jamie said we could go today, so we still got time.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go.
We
Let's
could
go have
eat-
another adventure.
We could eat and go drive the Jeep down
That sounds good to me.
Devil's Lake Trail, or we could be real lazy and we could just go get fast food and go drive down Devil's Lake Trail.
Okay.
And try to eat while we're sleeping.
Yes, that's always fun too. Well, just thank you. Well, Jamie's not here to thank, but thank you for letting me stay here for 2 weeks. I spent a lot of days at your house. This time it was 2 weeks. Last time it was 9 days.
Yeah,
the
I
first
can't
time
make
it
fun
was
of
like
you.
6 days.
I can't make fun of you anymore. I think you win.
Yeah, it feels
I'm only
like
going to
home
say that
here.
once.
Well,
I think you deserve a raise for keeping my Dan alive for all those days.
He did pretty good. He did pretty good. I think yeah, really, like I said, he's a lot like Jamie.
Yeah.
He did the same thing.
Just gotta make sure they eat when they need to eat.
Yep.
That's the most important
Yep.
thing. Remind them to shower sometimes.
Yeah.
'Cause they look a little greasy and don't realize it.
I do revert back to bachelor status a little bit. Like, I slept on this futon. I didn't want to pull it out. I could have pulled it out. I didn't want to pull it out. I lived out of my suitcase.
You could have done some laundry, but you didn't. Until Jess and I made you.
Yeah. And I even
Eventually.
told him like the 3 days before that.
No, he just bought new shirts.
Oh no! See, this is what happens when we're off mic. They just go at it back and forth about me, and I just sit here and wait till it's over. I'll check my Instagram, my Facebook.
You do. You check.
Are you on your phone?
You do check your Instagram?
Oh.
Do you know how to use Instagram?
Oh my gosh!
Do you need me to show you how to post? I can show you.
The podcast should just have you two going back and forth, and it just fades out. The audio just fades out. No, but really, thank you for letting me stay here for the last
You're
few weeks. It's been
welcome.
lots of fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm glad you guys came.
Yeah, I'm glad we're friends.
That last minute planning of, we're going to do this now. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I need it to
Flights are
happen.
cheap.
Yeah.
I needed it to happen now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And flights were very cheap. We got very lucky. And our state opened. So it was like perfect timing.
It was perfect timing.
Yeah.
It was. Crystal did not remove her mask once for anything.
Because I'm a germaphobe and I've kind of secretly always wanted to wear a mask anyway, but I don't want to be like that person. Because,
Right.
you see like the old Asian grandma at the grocery store and you're like, why is she wearing a mask? Because like that's just what she does. She
Yep.
wants to keep healthy. That's kind of what I feel like I want to do. People are full of germs and sicknesses all the time and they're touching things and...
You're making squirmy hands.
I am. Because talking about germs makes me uncomfortable and I just kind of want to wash my hands just talking about them. So
you are. You were virtually washing your hands right now in your lap. I see it.
I might just make like a whole collection of masks that match my different outfits so I can wear a mask the rest of my life. I've got
That's
a
a
good pattern
phenomenal
now,
idea.
You know?
What do I have to look at? You need to get a mask that's got the rest of your face screen printed on it so I can like recognize you.
Can we go to Spoonflower and get some fabric printed with my face on it and then I'll make the mask out of that?
Oh, and
or can I get a better face?
Well, I guess you could. Can I pick it?
Sure. Let's get one printed with your face so then I wear the bottom half of your face and see how you feel about that.
Oh no, that's creepy. No, that's very creepy. All right, let's wrap this up. Any last final words before it's over and we go back to next week's podcast, where we'll be all the way across the state again, or excuse me, the country again, and we'll be truly Country Mouse, City Mouse.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to come here before I'm Country Mouse too? And it's just a Country Mouse Squared podcast.
Country Mouse Squared? I don't know. I think even no matter how many times you come here, you're always going to be a city boy.
It's still ingrained in you to be excited about real sparklers and Jeepin'.
Yep.
Yeah, and
like,
the bugs.
in a different way, yeah. And,
Yeah.
oh my god, a bumblebee! And you'd have to make a whole trip without seeing something that astonished you or got you extremely excited because you'd never experienced it before.
Yeah, and I don't
Then
think that's
you
possible.
Right. Then you might start to fit in.
Yeah, I guess this trip, the freedom of fireworks and your parents' backyard that's just on the lake was pretty
that's
wild.
their front yard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. People here don't know the difference between backyards and front yards.
Yeah, if it's on a body of water, whichever side is facing the body of water is the front yard. It does not matter if you pull in on the street and into the driveway and into the garage on the other side of that house. That's still the back of the house because it doesn't face the water.
Yep.
Fair enough. I won't argue.
true.
You guys do everything backwards here anyway.
Yeah, we kind of do.
Okay. All right, that'll do it for this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. You can find us everywhere on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram at CC Mouse Podcast. Rep our merch at ccmousepodcast.shop. And we'll see you guys next week on the other side of the country. Same mouse time, same mouse podcast. Bye.
Bye. We have to drive, which means we have to do another thing.
Jess, I don't want to go home.
Well, you don't have to go home, but you can't
Jess,
stay here.
I knew that was coming. This week, our heroes recorded the last podcast before Dan returns to California. Dan Rafe. Oh, I don't know. I had a bet that I would nail this intro on the first try, but I failed.